Okay, so now moving forward, before we do get into creating a query in Microsoft Access, just before that, there is one more part that needs to be understood, and that is known as relationships. Okay, so in a computerized database, one of the biggest advantages of a computerized database is something known as a relational database, where tables are connected to each other. Okay, so when you update a value in one table, it automatically updates that value in all the connected tables. You do not need to manually go and update the connected tables. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. Say for example, you have a school database. Okay, and you have a parent table, you have a student table, you have the admissions table. Okay, you have various tables in the school database. Now say for example, if the parents contact number has been changed, say for example the parents contact number has been updated to a new number. Now what happens is, since in a computerized school database, these tables will all be connected to each other: parent, student, admissions, these tables will all be connected to each other. So when the telephone number in the parent table is updated, automatically that same telephone number in the student table will also get updated, because a student is connected to a parent. So when a particular parent's telephone number gets updated, its connected student will also automatically get updated. You will not have to manually go to each table and update the parent's contact number. You get it? I hope it makes sense to you. Okay, this is what we call relational database, and this is one of the biggest benefit, which is that when a value in one table gets updated, automatically all the connected tables will also automatically get updated. You don't have to manually go to each table and update the value. Okay, so how do we connect the tables? Now if you do look at this database that is there on your screen, you will see there are three tables. You have an animal table, a donation table, and a sponsor table. So basically what happens over here is, you have animals, okay, and you have sponsors. So sponsors are people, sorry, you have let me go through the past paper. Let me give you the exact definition from the past paper. Okay, so it's over here. Jonathan has created a database called Safari to store details of the animals and sponsors. Okay, and let me tell you how the relationship between the three tables work. Okay, over here we go. The donation table needs to be linked to the animal and sponsor table. Okay, the donation table needs to be connected, or rather you can say linked, to the animal and sponsor tables. The donation table contains details of every donation made by sponsors. Each sponsor can make one can make more than one donation. Each sponsor can make more than one donation. More than one donation can be made for each animal. So now I hope you can grasp how the tables are connected to each other. So let's go through it again. Each sponsor can make more than one donation. Okay, more than one donation can be made for each animal. Okay, so create appropriate relationships between the tables. Okay, so we want these three tables to be properly connected to each other. So how do we do it? Let me show it to you. So we first come to database tools. We come to database tools and we come to relationships. Okay, so let me make this full screen. Let's make it full screen. Okay, so right now we are in relationships, and now we have to add the three tables. So let's click on add tables. So we have the animal table, the donation table, and the sponsor table. Let's go through the question paper again. So the question paper told us the donation table needs to be linked to the animal and sponsor table. So the donation table is the table that's going to be connected to animal and sponsor. So what we're going to do is, let's keep donation here in the middle, let's keep sponsor on this side, and let's keep animal on this side, because donation is the common table, the table that's going to connect with sponsor as well as animal. Okay, let's make it properly visible. Okay, so now the sponsor table needs to be connected to the donation table. Now a quick tip: before any kind of relationship is created, or before any kind of link is created, you need to first close all open tables. If there is any table open, you cannot create a relationship. Okay, so what you do is, let's minimize this. Okay, and let's close this table. So this table is open, let's close it. Do you want to save changes? Yes. Is there any other table open? No. So now sponsor needs to be connected to the donation table. So how are the two going to be connected? They will be connected using a common field. Okay, the sponsor table gets connected to the donation table using a common field. So between sponsor table and donation table, if you look very carefully, the common field is sponsor F. You have sponsor F over here, you have sponsor F over here. So this is the common field. So these two, these two tables can be connected to each other using the sponsor F. Okay, so how do we do it? What you do is you click on sponsor F over here and drag and drop right over this. Okay, so then the relationship gets created. So then your computer asks you for confirmation. Do you want to connect sponsor F to sponsor F? Do you want to connect sponsor F from the sponsor table to sponsor F of the donation table? Yes, that's exactly what we want. And we also want to enforce referential integrity. What do we mean by referential integrity? Which means we do not want room for duplicate values to be created. You get my point? We do not want to keep room for duplicate values to be created. Okay, that is why we tick this, enforce referential integrity. Okay, that's why I have clicked on this, and you can immediately see your computer is telling you the relationship between the donation table and the sponsor table is a one to many, which means that one donation can be from many sponsors, or rather you can turn it the other way. You can say many sponsors oh sorry, I'm sorry, it's my bad. Let me first create, I made a mistake. Let me first create the relationship and then explain it to you. Let's click on create. Okay, so as you can see over here, one sponsor, it's a one to many relationship. So one sponsor can make many donations. Okay, one sponsor can make many donations. Now let's connect the animal table to the donation table. Okay, there is a connection between the two. So once again, look for the common field. What is the common field between the animal table and the donation table? Yes, it's the animal ref field. Okay, so how do we create the relationship? Click on animal ref, drag and drop. So as soon as you drag and drop, it asks you for confirmation. Okay, yes, animal table, animal ref, donation table, animal ref. And do not forget to click enforce referential integrity, which means you do not want duplicate values taking place. Okay, so we have done this and we click on create. So as soon as we click on create, you can immediately see the type of relationship. It is a one to many relationship, which means that one animal can have many donations for it. Okay, one animal can have many people can donate for one animal to get one animal. Okay, that's what this relationship depicts. It's a one to many. One animal can have multiple donations for it. Okay, so I do hope creating relationships makes sense to you. Okay, it's an important part, okay, where you need tables to be connected to each other. Okay, now you see, for example, when somebody is about to create a donation, let me explain to you how this relationship works now. When somebody is about to create a donation, okay, so they go into the donation table and they enter a donation. When it comes to sponsor F, they will not be able to enter a sponsor reference number that is not there in the sponsor table. You get my point? Since the tables are connected in the donation table, the user will not be able to enter a sponsor ref that is not there in the sponsor table. So this will minimize the chances of the user entering incorrect values, because the moment the user puts a sponsor ref that is not there in the sponsor table, immediately error message is going to come up, because these two are connected. It will tell no, there is no such sponsor ref number like that. You get it? The same applies for animal as well. So in the donation table, when they enter an animal reference number that is not there in the animal table, error message is immediately going to come up. Okay, that is why we need the tables to be connected to each other. Okay, another reason to have them connected is for queries, which I will explain to you in the next video. Okay, normally in this video I want to talk to you about queries, but I spoke about relationships, which is quite important in a database. In the next video, we will speak about how to create a query, which is not too difficult. It's pretty straightforward and easy. Okay, so I do hope you have understood how relationship works and the importance of it and why are we doing it in a database. Okay, so see you in the next video.